Hello, hello. If you would like to join me for a studio tour of my new office, I'm so excited. Stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so I am filming this on my phone, which I don't usually do, but I wanted to show you my new office. I moved from what is going to now be my dining room to this space, which was my son's old bedroom, and he moved out, and y'all have heard me talk about this before, but anywho, I was able to repurpose his old room, and now it is an office, and it's an office for myself, my husband, and my son, because I still homeschool my son. And I just thought that I would share because I'm just so excited. So this video isn't to gloat or to rub it in anybody's face. I just worked really hard on this project myself and did so much of this on my own that I just wanted to share. So coming into the space, you can see I got a beautiful new 6-inch rug. This is one of those ruggable rugs that you can throw in the wash if it gets dirty. And that's in case one of my sneaky little dogs somehow make their way in here. They like to pee on carpets, so I don't have any throughout the house. So if for some reason that happens, I can throw it in the wash and wash it. Here are my lockers that used to be that like mint green, and because I really was going with a more neutral tones with pops of color, I decided to repaint all of my metal gear, meaning my lockers were like a minty green color, so now they're kind of like a lavender purple, and my cart was that same minty green color, and now it is that same kind of lavender purple. Has like gray tones in it too, so just kind of muted, nice, relaxing. I love it. So one thing I definitely, and anything that I can link below in the video, I will. One thing, if you guys have metal, like for your carts or anything that you can get these hooks. So these things hold 80 pounds. Crazy, right? So this bag, this is my church bag, and I needed another place to be able to keep my bag, the bags that I'm using most frequently. And that thing is heavy because it holds a ton of stuff. And so yeah, these magnets are amazing. I love them, and they work perfect on my lockers. So let's get right in. So, okay. This desk used to be more of a cherry mahogany kind of color. I painted the bottoms white. This was the original hardware color. And then I did this like really cool distressing, and the desk actually came with this glass top. I'm going to use it for now. We'll see. I mean, like, it really will protect the desk, but I'm kind of rough when I'm doing certain crafts, so we'll see how long I can keep it on there. But yeah, so as I said, I repurposed or repainted, sorry, my cart, and I have a bunch of my like essential things on there, my ollie clips. On the bottom, I have like shipping stuff because I'm doing a bunch of destashing, and actually I'll show you. That's my destash pile right there. Stay tuned for a destash video. So yes, so I have that stuff there. Then that's my ring light that I use for filming. This box is a Harbor Freight box, and if you guys look on my IG, you can see what it used to look like. It was like just a light wood kind of color, but I didn't want the wood color in here because it didn't go with my theme. So I'm kind of like French country. Yeah, so I just like had a theme going and I wanted to keep with that. So I kind of did like a distressing paint on that as well. And I love how it came out. And I actually have this whole thing on here, which I had stickers on it and I had to take them off. And some of them are trying to come up. But so like whenever I get, like this one here is trying to come up. Whenever I get stickers from companies, oh, this my husband's will know. I just love having that. Whenever I get stickers, I put them on my little thing here and I absolutely love it. Love it, love it. I love being able to look at the ones that I have. So makers, definitely keep those stickers coming. I love them. Okay. So I just really super enjoy how this came out. I painted and did all of this stuff myself, you guys. So I am telling you, it took me a month of nonstop painting. I got a bit obsessive about it because I just wanted to get the space done. So yeah, but got it done. Super happy. So then I made these little built-in shelf boxes, and then just to kind of pretty them up, I just like went to Lowe's and bought this like little trim and just did like finish nails on it and tapped those in and just to kind of pretty it up. And then I did like a contact paper base on the bottom, mostly just to protect the covers. But I love it because I have like my shelf with my neutral tones there. Sorry about the lighting. And then I have my more like prettier, brighter ones, except for my Hobonichi Weeks, because I don't know, I just shoved that there because it's something that I use a lot. So I just kept it on that side. But yeah, and then I got this wonderful box at Hobby Lobby, and I was able to organize a ton of my stuff. And you can see I have a lot of natural light in here. So I do have this, see if I can reach it. And I have my little Rise Up and Pray, Luke 22:46. Love that. So I can shut that down when I'm doing videos. And then I finally figured out my video thing. I was a bit freaked out about how to get it to work, but I was able to actually put it on my windowsill. I can video upside down and then just flip it in my editing program. So that works great. I have like my most used things sitting here in this gray Delphonics pouch. And then I have this beautiful little Tiffany lamp. I just love looking at this thing at night. It just brings so much joy. I love it. And then like going with the theme, just kind of like the old clock. And I put a couple of little things. I always have to have butterflies in everything that I'm doing. So butterflies there, a little scripture thing hanging there. I do have a couple of pictures that I need to put up there, but I haven't gotten to that yet. And look at this valance. It's so beautiful. It's like gray toned and cream with little bits of purple. Oh, I love it. And then kind of coming from my old, the walls are like a gray color. This is a custom color I made myself at Sherwin-Williams. There's a story behind that. I won't get into it, but if you really like this color, if you go to Sherwin-Williams and ask for office gray, this is what you'll get. So anywho, I kind of had this in my old space and I brought that back over here. I got rid of the pegboard, so I don't have that anymore, but I'm okay with that. I do still need to pick out a scripture verse for up here. And then again, the hooks are hanging some bags that I use, so that works nice. And then flipping around, and I know this doesn't have to do with my planning, but flipping around, these are all things that I refinished myself. So I had this piece already, and again, it was in like a light wood tone, and I wanted to just kind of like manify their space up a little bit because mine is so girly. So I went with gray and this like super dark stain. So these are all old desks. So this is an old, I'm not really sure of the year, but it was really, really old. And I took it completely down to wood and restained it, refinished with like a gel stain, and then did like a chalk paint on the paint part on the outside. And then as you can see, like I did like distressing before I put the protective coat on it. So it makes it kind of look old. And I love that look. Absolutely love it. Bought this pegboard from Hobby Lobby, painted it the same color as the desk so that it matches. This was the same as the shelf. It was a light color. And so stripped down the top, redid that in the dark, repainted the whole thing in the same tone. And same thing with my husband's desk. He has himself a heating pad because he's got back issues. But yeah, so you can see. And then I couldn't stop. So like I went to the accessories and I restained all the accessories that we already had so that everything matched. And I just wanted to make sure I wanted to all flow. So as you can see, it was a lot of work. Same thing here. I repainted that board for him as well. Redid the little metal racks because those were that mint green as well. So it was a lot of work. The closet, actually, it's a mess. It's full of stuff already. But the closet, I put pictures on IG. It had like an old door and we ripped the door out, replaced the wood, redid that, repainted it, put trim on the floor. The only thing I have left work-wise in here is this little cubby up here. So I refinished the whole exterior of the cubby, but now I'm making a barn door for the top. So that is still in the works. I have the hardware and everything for it, but that's just then kind of low on the priority list. So yes, but that's my space. I just, you guys, so much joy. I know it's like so much smaller than what I had because I was in a really big room, but we didn't have a dining room in order to allow all of my children to move in with us. My son was 21 and, decided to move to another state and start his life. So that was just kind of my opportunity. And you know what? This is the smallest room in the house, bedroom wise, but it's perfect. It's perfect. I was able to downsize a ton of things, and that's great because it just made me realize I had too much stuff. So this is still a lot of stuff. It's just organized. But yeah, so I definitely am loving the space, loving coming in here. It's all just kind of flowing. Yes, I have a super plushy blanket because underneath my desk, you can see the vent. Oh, my finger's over the camera. The vent is right there, and it freezes me out, especially when my husband turns AC down. So I have a little heater right here, but I'm told I'm not allowed to turn it on until winter. So that's like my little journaling bag. I may eventually get most of this stuff onto the cart and repurpose that for another area. This is like receipts and all that stuff I have to keep for tax purposes. And then my de-stash pile there. As you can see, I organized, let's zoom out, organized my lockers and all of the things that are in it. So I have like leather care, and I keep my boxes for like my VDSs and my Moterms and stuff. So if ever I decide to sell, I can sell with the box. And then like vinyls and my mint labels and selfies. Some of these are like, see, I still have a lot of stuff. It's just packed in other things. So, so I definitely have plenty of space for all of my things. That's why lockers are like so wonderful. These particular ones are very special to me. So the hospital that I had worked at for a very long time was being shut down because it was being absorbed by a bigger conglomerate hospital. It's very unfortunate that's happening a lot in the United States, that the small community hospitals are kind of being overtaken by the larger ones. Don't get me on that rant. But anyway, so this community hospital that I worked for that I adored, these were my lockers that we had for our department. And when they shut the hospital down, I asked, can I have them? And they were like, yeah, we're just going to throw them away. So they're special to me because they came from that hospital, and it's just like memories. But definitely lockers are a super cool way to keep a bunch of your junk organized. So just putting that out there in case you ever see some cheap for sale on Marketplace or something. So yeah, that's my space. I'm loving it. The little boxes up here, those are like archived bound books and papers and stuff like that. So I have that, and then I have my typewriter, which I don't use a lot anymore, but still keeping it because it's a vintage and it's kind of hard to get in super good working condition. So that is it. Loving it. If you guys have any questions about anything that you see, like I said, I will do my best to link things that I got from Amazon down below. And I certainly have absolutely no problem sharing with you guys so that if there's something you see that you think might work for your space, that you can pick it up. Anyway, thank you for joining me, you guys, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!